For Monday, April 12th, 2021. Thinking about reformatting the show again. I have a really, really good idea. So I think we're going to probably go with the normal show for today and maybe tomorrow. And I'm going to talk to the guys because I didn't have a chance to talk to them. I was actually on a phone call. So, I have to take my call sometimes at 4 a.m. to get it done. But, I have some ideas for the show to change it, mix it up a little bit. Also, it will enhance the premium area, premium YouTube, something that I think I want to do for our premium YouTube members as well. So let me bring in the guys, and they haven't heard my idea yet, so we will get to that as well. And I think they're probably like, what the hell is he going to say now? But that's okay, because they say stuff that I say the same thing. Anyways, got NBA, got a full card here. We got Major League Baseball, and I don't know what kind of NHL we have. There was a trade for the Buffalo Sabres, as you guys were saying that there might be. Was it as much trading going on as you thought was going to happen, Rod? Is that?
Yeah, there was a few. The Leafs picked up a goalie since Anderson's going to be out, so we got a backup for the Leafs now. The backup Campbell, and just what I figured a month ago that Taylor Hall was going to go to Boston, and sure enough, that's where he ended up, right into Boston. Big pickup for Boston. They needed another.
So, like for those of us that know zero about hockey, so this Hall, he's a top-notch player. He's an A player, B player.
He's a top-notch player. He was top of the league 2 years ago. He won the MVP, most valuable player of the NHL 2 years ago.
So what did the Bruins have to give up for something like that?
I honestly did not see what the Bruins gave up, but I'm sure they gave up a pretty penny. I know Buffalo also they got out. They're still on the hook for half the contract, I believe, is what I was reading this morning.
But normally it's in hockey, the team that gets the best player wins the trade, right? It's whoever gets Yager is the winner of the trade, is the way that they define it, right?
Yeah. I'm sure that the Bruins got the better of the deal. Boston just wanted out of that big contract.
My friend Fitzy, who's the big Boston Bruins fan, that was the way that he always describes trades. Whoever gets Yager got the best of it. But good morning to everyone again. Once again, apologize for being late, but sometimes there's a whole business side to this website and stuff, and sometimes I need to take care of it. And today was the day, because the guy that I needed to speak to was in Augusta at the Masters. Poor guy had to hear the sob story. He couldn't bring the phone in to the Masters. They don't let him. He had to go without his phone for a few hours. It felt really bad for him. It's been painful. But it was definitely a fun watch. I didn't watch a ton of the Masters, but what I watched, it was solid. I came in third in my pool that I did, where you pick 5 golfers and whoever wins the most money. All 5 of my golfers made the cut. And Patrick Reed finished up there. He's always my guy in this. And John Rahm made a run as well.
Huge run that last day on Sunday.
He was one of my guys. And I had Matt Wallace, who was my 5th guy. And, most people only had 4 guys that made the cut. And mine was Matt Wallace. So he made the cut, made $61,000 or something, which was enough to get me into 3rd place in the pool.
Nice.
But, yeah. Anyways. So my idea for the premium, well, maybe I'll wait till more people join us after the NBA segment. I'll do it when we do the packages during the package segment. I'll tell everyone what my idea is for the premium, and you guys can say yes or no. We'll figure it out. I think the answer is yes on it. So let's go into NBA. We got a really nice card today. Got the 2 heavy hitter games right out of the gate. 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Mavericks and the Sixers. We've got the Knicks and the Lakers. We got the Magic and the Spurs. The Timberwolves and the Nets. Looks like, Kyrie Irving's not playing for the Nets, and I'm going to guess somebody else is out because the line was 9.5 when we knew Kyrie wasn't playing. And now it's 6.
Maybe they get better when he's not playing.
I don't know. Any of those four, Brian?
I'm going to go a little square and take the Lakers again, plus the 2 points. Knicks have been playing much better basketball lately. But I think the Knicks on a back-to-back. Lakers showed that they can win even without the big two guys. I see the Lakers stealing this one, but I'm going to take the +2. And then the Spurs and the Magic, no way I'm going to lay 6 on the road. Even though the Magic got beat by, 37 yesterday, I think they bounce back and keep it competitive. Game comes down to the last possession with the Magic and Spurs. I'll take the points.
Here's a thanks, Brian. Don't thank him by writing thanks, Brian. Thank him by buying his package.
I was 1-4 yesterday. It was a hideous day.
You got me
Sundays
on the
have been
Royals.
hideous.
I had the White Sox. I busted your chops about it, and you had the Royals.
I got one win, so I can't really crow.
But, thanks, Brian. But, yeah, overall, though, you've been on a pretty good heater heading into that.
Sundays have been bad over, 2-month period now.
Used to be your Friday. Your Sundays are your Fridays now.
Yep.
That happens, man. I'm still waiting to heat up. I'm so cold this year. Just even my YouTube premium picks the last week have been terrible too. So no excuses.
I believe Saturday and Mondays have been good. So
no excuses. I just know that I just stick to the plan. It will all work out to me. I'm gonna guess I'm just sitting on a major heater. I mean that's what normally happens. So I'm just waiting for it to start. Rod, any of these four you like?
Yeah, I like the under in the Lakers and Knicks game. Both of these teams have been playing to the under, and we know the Knicks defense will step up. Last time these two teams played, I don't even think they made 100 either team. So I'm going to take the under 206 in that one. I like the 76ers here in this spot. I think everybody's playing for that roster. That's their playoff roster right here. I think they step up and make a statement and beat the Mavericks in that one. And I'm going to take the Nets. I know there's a couple guys out for the Nets, but it's the Timberwolves. I'm going to take the Nets. I think they get a nice double-digit win in that one.
I think I might be bizarro world with Rod here. I'm going to take the Mavericks. They don't lose back-to-backs. They don't lose 2 games. They lose back-to-backs, but they don't lose 2 games in a row. They really don't. Even if they do lose, I think they're inside the number here. I think it's going to be that good of a game. Both teams fairly healthy for this one. I like that Knicks-Lakers game might be an avoid for me. If anything, I was on the Lakers when I did the video last night. The Knicks on the back-to-back, they blew a big lead against the Raptors and managed to squeak it out at the end. Then, boy, people hated my Spurs pick yesterday, but came through. But I'm going to avoid that game too. If anything, it's a lean to the Magic, if anything. And then the Timberwolves and the Nets, I'm still going to stick with the Timberwolves as who I gave out in the video. They were +9.5 at the time when I did the video last night. But it has less to do with Kyrie Irving being out and other guys stepping up and everything like that. The Timberwolves are actually getting healthy. And it's so Karl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and, I watched the game last night and, it was, I had the other side. And then I realized quickly that I was on the wrong side.
They're playing much better team basketball.
Well, they got all their guys back. And it's
and the Nets play like they don't give a crap.
D'Angelo Russell, they have, Karl Anthony Towns. You have some good players, at least the starters. Ricky Rubio. I mean, when he starts hitting those threes, they're good. They've drafted in the top 5. Then Anthony Edwards is throwing. It's they've drafted in the top 5 for 10 years. You have to have good players, even if you traded a couple of them, which they did. It's they're good.
And these guys just played 2 weeks ago, and it was a 5-point game.
Yeah, I like the T-Wolves there though. I think they're gonna win the game outright. To be honest with you, take the money line. Minnesota.
We agree on something.
Minnesota layup. Got I don't know.
I don't know about layup.
I gotta get this down here. Hold on. Wait, we gotta write this card down. We definitely gotta write.
I just hate
Timberwolves layup. Timberwolves layup.
Got the Grizzlies and the Bulls. The Pelicans against the Kings, the Jazz against the Wizards, the Warriors against the Nuggets, and the Suns against the Rockets. Brian, any of those 5?
I don't really love any of them, but I don't want to do a Ruffalo pass. I think the Grizzlies minus the points is the best bet. The Bulls had a must-win. I don't know if it's a must-win, but a very important game to win at Minnesota, and they couldn't get it done. Now they take on a Memphis Grizzlies team that has lost 2 straight, and usually they turn it around when they're close to 500. So I'll take the minus 2.5 in Memphis.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go the other way. Bulls have been playing better basketball. Memphis looked like hot dog garbage. They tried to beat Indy, but they didn't make it. And the Bulls have been playing better hoops. I like the Bulls here in this one. Give me the Bulls plus the points in that one. I also like the Wizards too. I think this is a game that the Wizards actually step up, and that's way too many points for the Jazz. I'll take the Wizards plus the points in that one.
So someone here thinks that I don't let you get a word in, Brian. Is that the truth? I mean, you clearly talk as long and as much as you want. I mean,
yep.
No?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, but people on here, they think I cut you off. It's because my mic volume is louder. I know. But, I mean, I can put these guys up, but a lot of times they have background noise.
I think I might steal that Wizards pick from Rod. Just letting him know right now. Wizards.
I don't know. I always feel that everyone can talk as long as and as much as they want. In fact, on the last 2-3 shows, I've shown everybody when we put it up to back, Rod has had far and away the most picks on the show, sometimes twice as many as me and Brian combined. But which is great. But at the same time, it's like
I'm always a little more conservative.
Right, Brian gives out the least amount of picks on the show. You know. So that's his own choice. But
I don't try to give out less. That's just, I don't know.
I can take constructive criticism, but you got to be fair and honest. Anyways. It's tough to go with the Kings here because they're streaky bad right now, right? But it's like the Pelicans won yesterday, and it's...
That was a struggle for the Pelicans yesterday.
It was.
The Cavs got out fast.
It was. I think it's a tough spot. I don't know. I like the Jazz in that one against the Wizards. This is the thing about the Wizards. I'm going to take the Jazz there. And the thing is that, so when you look at the Wizards, and I noticed this when I was doing the video, okay? So if you look at their wins and their losses, right? Their wins are against kind of like the mediocre teams with losing records, right? And the losses, except for the Toronto game, are blowouts to good teams. When they lose, when they play the good teams, they get blown out of the building on a regular basis. Not like just once in a while. Like look at it. It's every time they play a really good team, they get crushed. Dallas 109-87. Phoenix 134-106. If you go further back, it's the same story over and over again. I don't know. Like I said, not rushing to the not rushing to it there, but that's where I'm at with it. So I'm just gonna take the Jazz in the late games. So
Wizards looks interesting because that number's slowly coming down off the 13 to around 11.
Well, the last time they played March 18th was the Wizards outrighted them. Jazz were 10.5 point favorite in that one, and the Wizards outrighted them, beat them 131-122 on March 18th.
I think 10's the magic number in that
So
game.
Mike Conley is out for the Jazz, and that's the news as to why the line is dropping.
I think it's a 10-point game there, but that's just my opinion.
Beal is probable, and
Beal's going to play.
Conley's out.
He's in there. Bill's in there. He's all green. This is his return. I got word he's returning.
Rod says he's returning. He's returning.
His Canadian sources have confirmed.
All right. Well, tell us about your premium picks package for today, Brian.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's my Monday night money shot 3-pack. I got my best NBA play along with 2 Major League Baseball dogs. Love these dog plays in Major League Baseball. So you get 3 plays for $40 at pickdogs.com. 12-3, last 15, 80% in the NBA. So make sure you check out that 3-pack.
And for me, it's Kickstart the Week. The Kickstart the Week 5-pack. We're going to kick off this week. I love today with these 5 best bets. My top 3 NBA bets. And my top bets, 1 in the ice, 1 in the diamond. Don't miss out as we kickstart another massive winning week with these 5 best bets. Golden opportunity for us to crush the books and have a huge start to another massive week. Excited. Loving today's card.
So I'm thinking about changing the format of this show and the premium pick show. I'm thinking on this show when we go through the groupings of picks that we will this show will cut to a half hour, a hard half hour, and when we go through each rack of games, whether it be 4 in a grouping or 5 in a grouping, each of us will give 1 pick from those side or total. Then when we do the early premium show, the $30 one, we'll go more in depth. We'll give out some other leans in there, and then at the end of that show, we'll each give out a premium pick on that in the early show. So the early show is going to be now a little bit longer. The early premium show is going to be a little longer. The early free show is going to be a little bit shorter. You're still going to get a ton of picks for free, just like we always do, plus all the videos, plus all the free picks at the site, plus all the other things that you guys don't hit the like button for, which is okay. It's your choice. But what we're going to do then instead is we're going to move the a lot of those analysis and the picks and stuff like that to the premium show in the morning. So you'll get a lot of the leans on there. You'll still get plenty on this show. You're still going to get plenty. But then I want to move some of that stuff to the premium. It's going to be a work in progress. At least the early premium, the $30 dollar a day one, And then if you wanted to add on to the late one, that's up to you. Yeah, if you have complaints or, if you had a bad day or whatever, it happens, with premium picks, if you email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com, that's the way to do it. And I'll gladly make it right to you. I do it all the time with people. But complaining in comments, Facebook groups, stuff like that, it really isn't going to get you anywhere. It doesn't help anybody or do anything. What it does is gives off the wrong impression, because it's unfair. Brian clearly said what his picks were yesterday, that he didn't do well. But if you look at his week before that, I think it was 11-2 going into that, right? So it's just the nature of the beast. Yeah, he just had a bad day. But it's like you were 11-2 going into that, so it's unfair, to publicly, bash him when you don't say, he was 11-2 going in. So if I had bought any of the previous 5 days, I would have cashed big, right? It's like, but no one ever says that, right? So it doesn't really help you, because there's nothing I can do to help you in a YouTube comment, at all. And I know you don't mean it. That's why I didn't block you, and obviously, it's like, I feel bad that you lost too. No. If you're complaining, then that's fine. But email me so I can help you. I can make it right. Brian normally says to me,
I always say give him a 7-day plan.
Brian says give him a week. And I always say I'll give him 3 days. That's basically what will happen. When Brian has a bad day like that, he always says to me, his automatic response is give him a week of my picks. And then see if he complains. And
I totally agree with that.
Yeah, he always says it. And I always say 3 days is good. But
my goal is to win every day with Sunday. Sundays have been bad for me, so I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've been on a horrible run. horrible run, horrible for months now. Even like the premium YouTube, I was on a good run for a while. Even that I've gotten cold. The problem there happened to me yesterday is that I always pick last, right? I let you guys go your games, and it's like you guys, I let Romanelli take my Knicks from me yesterday. That's okay. At least you guys got the pick. I should have followed up with my Heat pick, and I knew these guys were on Portland, so I didn't give out the Heat, and that was the one that I actually liked better. But it happens, Good days happen, of course. But I'm just saying, if you guys have problems, it's like the place to, if you email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com, I'm pretty easy. I mean, ask any of these guys that have negotiated salary with me or terms. It's like pretty much a pushover. If you're fair, if you're fair, I'm more than fair. I get it. I don't want anyone to lose. We're only here to, if you guys don't win, believe me, it's no fun for me. You guys have seen, I'm not going to sit here and brag. People say it's bragging, but you can see it's like, I'd way rather have you win than have your $30 again. It's like I don't need the money that bad. If you're winning and you're giving you winning picks, yeah, then that's a fair deal. But if we're not, then it's like, man, give us a chance to make it right. Because you posted in here, now 40 people see that you had one bad day, and that's what they get, the overall impression from the body of work, when it's not a true indication. Anyways, I'm not going to beat it into the ground, but what I am going to say is that, like I said, I'm going to change the format of this show. We're going to just quickly go over the games. We're going to do it like one from each grouping, and then for the early premium show, we're going to add picks. And then I think for the late premium show, we could also add some other leans or adjustments based upon money movement and things throughout the day. I'm also working on doing a money movement, betting strategy, and sportsbook offer show. So a show that incorporates all of those things. So I'm working with some of the guys at the books, and that's why I was on the phone, and it was a little late, to try and get, special offers and codes and stuff. Like I have one at PointsBet, right? I think it's Pick Dogs is our code. And like at BetMGM, Mitch 600, right? At BetMGM, if you deposit up to $600 at BetMGM, they give you $600 if you use Mitch 600, right? It's like, but I'm trying to work those out with the other books. So I was on the phone with a guy that kind of helps me with that, because you guys know I don't get along with everybody. So it's you kind of need an intermediary. I always take it personally. But that's what we're doing.
No, I like it.
I'm trying to beat all of you also. Well, then you're not welcome here. You're not. If you're trying to beat us and not the books, you're not welcome here. Because that's not what our show is about. We're not in a picking contest. We're here to beat the books and everyone to make money. And if we can all do it together, that's fantastic. But if you want to beat me, what I suggest you do is start a website, get a YouTube channel. When you get 7 million viewers a month combined, then you've beaten me. But who knows where I'll be by then. I'll probably be at 20, right? So if you want to beat me, that's the way to beat me. You want to pick one game that I got wrong? You're just a douchebag. You're not welcome here. Yeah, I posted on Sports Chat like a link to all the current sportsbook offers that I have, because people have been asking me for that. I'll post a link to that in the comments. Is what I'll do when these guys are talking to the article. I threw an article together just so I would have something out there, because people ask me all the time, what sportsbook offers do you have? And I never have it offhand. So I'll just post a link to the article. I put it together in the description, and I'll have new updates this week. With every week I'll update it and stuff. I get them every week. I missed a March Madness. I had so many good ones. I just did not have time to do it. I know a lot of other sites focus on that stuff a lot better than I do, but I'm going to really focus in on it with our new website designs and things like that. Anyways, enough of this crap. Let's get to some baseball here. We got a full card again. I don't know. I don't love this baseball card. Maybe I'll find something here to add, but so far I don't love it. So there you go. I posted the link to the article I wrote about the offers. You can check it out. Anyways, I think if you want 4 strong picks from MLB, NHL, and that in the premium YouTube, that's on the premium stuff on the site. We still have, we still have to keep it within reason. I think we're still going to give the same amount of premium picks. We're going to just give more premium content in the premium show. Like the idea, instead of giving 3 picks per segment, we're going to give 1 here, and then on the other show, we're going to talk about picks and maybe give a little bit more in depth as to how we got there. I mean, Rod already goes a little bit too in depth for my taste, but I know you guys love him, so that's why we keep him around.
I can't help it. I get all excited. I was like, yeah.
Rod's always like, and 16-1 after eating hot dogs on Tuesdays. It's like, do they happen to put smudges on the hot dogs? It's weird. I had a hot dog at the hockey game. It looked just like the Minnesota Wild logo. Got the Red Sox and the Twins in an afternoon matchup at Target Field. Should be a beautiful day for a ball game. What's the weather in Minnesota in mid-April? It's 42 degrees. Bring a sweater. You might want to bring a sweater with you for that one. Pirates against the Padres. Yu Darvish back in action. Got the Orioles against the Mariners, and then we got the Yankees against the Rays, or the Blue Jays. And it's Robbie Ray is pitching for the Jays. So,
what's the temperature like in that Minnesota game?
42 degrees.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not too bad for Minnesota, but it's a cold 42. We know that.
Yeah, when it's cold like that, I like to lean towards the under, even though both the Boston and Minnesota pitcher aren't aces by any stretch of the imagination. But when it's cold like that, I like to go with the under. Just to lean. And then the play I like the best out of that group, the Baltimore Orioles. I think we're getting a good price on the Orioles due to the Mariners winning a couple games in a row. I just think both these pitchers, Dean Kramer and Sheffield, aren't the best pitchers in the world. But I'm going to be riding the Baltimore Orioles a lot. They lost yesterday, but I think they bounced back today and get a W.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go... I'm with you on that under. I like the Red Sox and the Twins to go under. Both those pitchers, yeah, they're not top aces, but I think this game goes under. I think that ball's not going to be flying out of the park in that cold. So give me the under 9.5 in the Boston game. I also like the Padres and Pirates to go under the 7.5 in that one. I'm going to see a whole lot of runs in that one. I think Yu Darvish just shuts the Pirates right down. And we have very few runs. Runs coming to premium in that one. Give me the under 7.5. And I'm going to take a shot with the Jays. Give me the Jays plus 1.5 in that one. You get a nice plus 110 on that one. I think maybe the Jays can keep it close. Keep it within a run.
I like the Pirates, Cahill, and I also like the over there. I think Darvish has been sketchy at best, and Trevor Cahill's batting practice picture. So this is going to be a high-scoring game. The Pirates have been really good at home. They just beat up on the Cubs this weekend. I think there's still value there, plus 195. And I also like the over 7.5. I think I think the line's going the wrong direction there, but the right direction for us. I agree with Brian. I think Happ and Perez in a midsummer game is 11.5, right? I mean, and just a little worried about that wind and temperature at Target Field today. It's day game. The wind's blowing it's kind of a crosswind, at about 15 miles an hour. It's going to be also heavy, a lot of humidity there, so the ball's a little heavy too. So it's an avoid for me on that one. I'm on the other side. I'm on the Mariners here. What I saw this weekend is a Orioles bullpen that just absolutely imploded at every possible moment that they could. And I saw a Seattle team that came back late every chance that they had. So I like Orioles first 5. I like Seattle game in that one. And I like the over in the Jays-Yankees game too. I just think that 9 is such a huge total for a Garrett Cole game. You just don't see it. So somebody knows something, and that somebody has the over, because 9 is a ton in a Garrett Cole game. Normally there's 6.5, 7s.
Yeah.
Maybe they're expecting the Blue Jays to get their butts kicked today. I don't know.
Robbie Ray's pitching.
They seen what the Angels happened. It was like over.
Lots of money on the under now.
Well, of course.
If you guys can hit the like button, greatly appreciated.
Cole's on the hill. Take the under.
Cole has been strong this season, though. I mean, he's put up 2 good games.
Why do people think they're in a picking contest with me? You know, it's like, why do they think that? It's like, we had a picking contest. I didn't see Mario. Rod organized it. Was Mario in that picking contest?
No, I didn't see no Mario.
I'll tell you, kicked butt in that picking contest. It was Trey Jordan and James Clark and Jovan.
James Clark.
Those guys kicked some butt. People ask all the time, oh, how do I become a capper? How did this? It's like, we had a contest, you know? We had a contest. We did it. Thank you, Ronnie Ryland. Unnecessary, but we will take it. $5 super chat.
I tell you, when the public has a good day, they like to crow the next day. That's
I don't care. You know, it's. I know that I win, I lose, and I've been the last 2 or 3 years. I've been streaky more than anything else. You know, and it's rare for me because forever I was super like consistent. You know. And I've just been so streaky, but this has been really the most I'm the Sacramento Kings, man. I'm like losing in bunches and winning in bunches. But I'm more losing in bunches like the Kings. So it's going to turn around. I'll play the back of my card. I always do. I think if I would have played first 5 innings in every baseball game I picked this year, I would have won. I would be like 31-1. You know? Every single game I lost yesterday, my team was winning, except I had the Reds. That was the only one. Every other game, my team was ahead at 5 innings.
That was the only one I couldn't figure out what you were thinking in that one, the Reds.
Well, I was thinking that Weaver was pitching and he stinks. He's like one of the worst pitchers out there.
The Reds pitcher was no Cy Young either.
Oh, I know, but I just figured that the Reds would outslug them. I thought it was going to be like an 11-8 game. Of course, for it to be an 11-8 game, the Reds would have had to score 11 or 8 runs, which they didn't come close to doing that. I mean, that's going to happen over the course of a baseball season, but most of those other ones were, I mean, I was there, you know? I was right there in all of them, and it's like, oh, man. Even my Rangers run line, they hit a home run in the 9th inning, the Padres. It was a 1-run game the whole way.
Useless. I hate when that happens. Oh. So just a useless home run.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot more people that didn't think it was useless. I'm sure there was a lot more people that didn't think it was. Anyways, we got Tyler Glass now -210 against the same Rangers. Dane Dunning on the mound. This guy was like billed to be like, you know, really, really good. This is his 3rd team now. We got David Peterson up against Chase Anderson, Mets, Phillies. Is David Peterson a -140 pitcher in any book? We got the Braves coming fresh off the robbery last night against the Phils. They're in a salty mood against Alcantara, though. And then Freddie Peralta, who is, I got to say, this is the best he's ever looked. Up against Adbert Alzolay for the Cubs, who, weird series here, right? The Brewers have lost every game one, and the Cubs have won it. Except the first series, the Brewers won game one of their series, and the Cubs lost game one of their series. And then every other series that these teams have played, the Cubs have won game one, and the Brewers have lost game one. It's been kind of an inverse thing. So something's got to give tonight, or it just goes right to form. Brian, any of these games?
I think the Brewers are pretty square tonight, but I like to fade teams off of Sunday Night Baseball, so I'm going to lay the minus 140 with Peterson. He had an atrocious first start. I think he comes back and gets a good start against Chase Anderson. And I'm going to take the Rangers and Dunning. He pitched 5 innings, only gave up 1 run, I believe, in his last start. There's no way I'd lay 200 with Glass now. I think the Rangers are a nice value there. So Rangers and Mets.
That Rangers bullpen just scares the hell out of me. They're so lousy. They're so bad. Rod?
Yeah, but you got huge value there, so I'm going to take a shot with the Rangers as well. Give me almost 2-1 on your money. Give me a shot. I'll take the Rangers money line. We got a good chance on that one. And I'll take the Marlins. Always fade the team on Sunday Night Baseball. They just, some reason, I don't know what it is. They come out in the next game and just don't play so good. I think Alcantara shuts down the Braves today. Give me the Marlins on the money line on that one.
So Texas Tampa Bay, back to this gem. If you bet the Rangers every game, you're down $6. If you bet the Rays every single game, you're down $5.68. It's putting $1 on each one. Neither of these teams have really held their end of the bargain. The Rays, it was that destruction in Boston is really the big part of the damage there. But when you look at that Rays bullpen and you look at the Rangers bullpen, these teams are hideous, man. Hideous. And I know it's early in the season, so the numbers kind of jump off. But now, because they are 8-9 games in at this point, the numbers start to smooth. It's like a pitcher once he has 8 or 9 starts. I mean, these numbers are calculated every day. The Tampa Bay bullpen has a 6.35 ERA. All of that was in Boston. Then the Rangers bullpen has a 5.73 ERA. Opponents are hitting 277 off the Rangers bullpen and 308 against the Tampa Bay bullpen. This is an over. This is an over. I just got there. This has got to be an over. 7.5? Oh my God. All day. Because these guys aren't going to go deep into the game. I'm afraid of the Marlins because the bats get so quiet there, for them, especially on the road. I don't think they've scored a run on the road yet, right? Terrible. I don't know. It's hard for me to back the Marlins when they can't score any runs, even with Alcantara. Kind of like the under in that Braves Marlins, I guess, is the way to go. And that's it for me on those. Go to the Cardinals against Washington, the Indians and the White Sox, and the Tigers and the Astros. Any of those three?
Yeah, for me, it's hard to turn down plus 200 in the Tigers. And Casey Mize, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run his first start. I think they stretch him out a little bit. Maybe goes 5 or 6 today. I know Greinke's going for the Astros, but I think he's just way overpriced in this one. So I'll take a shot with the Tigers.
And for me, I'm going to take the Indians on the money line over the White Sox. And I'm with you on the Tigers, but I'm going to take the plus 1.5. You still get some nice plus money on the plus 1.5. I hope the Tigers could keep it a 1-run game.
That's my premium show pick. Indians and the Chicago White Sox.
I'm a White Sox guy, but I love the Indians in that game. Tristan McKenzie is one of my guys, so I'm going with the Indians there. Rodon is he's a guy that, I mean, he could throw a no-hitter on any given night, and he could give up 9 runs in the first inning on any given night. McKenzie might not be all the way there, but I'll tell you what, man, he is definitely a piece of the puzzle for that young pitching staff. If they can get him going with Savale and Bieber, this team will be a contender to win the whole thing, because that's what you need, is that 3-man rotation for the postseason, and this guy has got it. You know, you throw in Plesac, maybe they get it done.
That's too bad they didn't pay Bauer. Re-sign that shortstop. Lindor.
They apparently don't think they need him.
Maybe they're just being cheap.
No, maybe they don't need him. I think that teams that, like the Indians, when you have Tito, managing, it's like maximum efficiency, Bauer was not even the best pitcher on that roster, and he wouldn't be now.
No, he's a strong number 2.
He'd be a strong number 2, but I think this Tristan McKenzie has all the makings of being a strong number 2 or even a number 1. This guy's the goods, man. This guy throws ridiculous. I mean, the problem is that the young guys get a little wild. He walked 4 his first time out, 3.2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run earned, 5 strikeouts, 58 pitches. They lost 3-0. He didn't factor.
I heard us yesterday when the Rays went to Waka and he came in and got bludgeoned.
Oh, that was hideous. That was hideous. But Honeywell looked great, right? It was great.
It's too bad they didn't let him out there for another inning or 2.
I don't think he could. They didn't want to push him. He looked like Lincecum, right? He's good. But then, they put Walker in as next 5 batters, I'm on the Indians. That Astros-Tigers game, it's like that's the squarest play on the board. It's the Astros run line.
Well, there's a couple square ones.
But Casey Mize, he looked really good last time out. Casey Mize, he's another one. He's in that Tristan McKenzie, Casey Mize. There's a few of those guys out there. Casey Mize, number 1 overall pick. Right? Number 1 overall. He's, he has the stuff. Last time out. And I heard him, an interview with him, and he kind of sounds like he has a good head on his shoulder. So maybe he becomes good. But we'll find out. But I don't like this spot for him. But I also don't like being on the squarest play on the board either.
What about a Yankees run line? That's pretty square.
Well, I'll take the Nationals then. How about that? Against John Kent. Just for giggles. Got the Royals and the Angels. Brady Singer and Alex Cobb. Got Mad Bum on the mound for the Diamondbacks against the Oakland Athletics. And Aaron Sanchez against Wade Miley. Giants, Reds. Any of those?
Yeah, for me, I'm going to be back on my Kansas City Royals here. I think Singer bounces back, has a good start. Angels had a day off yesterday. It's a little worrisome, but this line looks like they're really trying to sucker you into the Angels. And I'm going to ride my Royals today for a nice couple $100 play.
And for me, I like the Reds and the Giants to go under the 8.5. Giants at home, just with solid underplay. I'm going to take them again. Under 8.5 in the Reds and the Giants.
One of the best defensive teams against one of the best offense. The Giants, it's been maximum efficiency, right? They don't get a lot of hits, but they have the most home runs. I like the over in the Kansas City Angels game. Dylan Bundy's a bum.
I had somebody else.
Oh, it's Cobb. It's Cobb's going. Dylan Bundy's not pitching.
Yeah, Cobb's going.
Oh.
I wouldn't fade Bundy. He's a stud.
Bob Cobb.
I like Cobb.
Maestro.
I like fading him.
The Maestro. Alex Cobb. I still like the over. Seen a lot of runs in Kansas City this year in the games at KC. All right. Takes us to the NHL. Wow. Fairly full card here. Got the Hurricane and the Red Wings, the Blackhawks and the Blue Jackets, the Canadians and the Maple Leafs, and Ottawa and the JETS Jets.
Yeah, for me, Montreal could have been a premium play, but scaled it back a little bit. Toronto's won, 6 straight games. It's a must-win game at home for Montreal. I think we're getting a nice value, getting them plus money. Not like the Chicago Blackhawks laying the minus 125 against the Blue Jackets. I see the big bettors coming in early on Chicago. I don't mind laying some juice with a hungry young Chicago team there.
I'm going to go opposite you on that one. I'm going to take Columbus in that one. I got a sneaky feeling that someone's going to play in goal for the Blackhawks. And it's our buddy Subban. So I just got a feeling that Subban is going to make his appearance and play a game for the Blackhawks here. And that's never good news. Give me the Columbus Blue Jackets on the money line with the Blackhawks and the Jets. I'll have to keep riding the Jets. There's nothing wrong. They just keep beating teams up. And Ottawa has not looked good lately. So give me the Jets on the puck line. They're going to really blow up Ottawa. I think that's a 4-1, 5-1 game.
You sure about Subban? The line wouldn't indicate that it would be a Subban start. I would think that they'd be getting a little plus money if Subban was in that.
They did. That line completely inverted. It started that they were Columbus was the favorite, and now Columbus is the dog. I don't know why. Everybody all of a sudden, because they've seen the plus money and we're like, yeah, woo!
Well, that wouldn't tell me Subban would be playing. I'd be shocked if Subban starts tonight. I'd be upset too. Shocked and upset.
Well, I have no.
Hello?
Hola.
Yep.
Sounded like you guys cut out.
Nope.
Got the Blues and the Smudges, Avalanche and Arizona, Kings and Vegas, Sharks and Ducks.
Oh, the Blues have been playing good hockey here, but I'm going to ride the Minnesota Wild here at minus 135 to 140. I just think this is a must-win game. Get some revenge against the St. Louis Blues that have beat them a couple times. I'm going to take Minnesota here and lay the juice.
Rod? And I'm going to take the Blues in that one. They've been playing good hockey. Definitely not time to jump off the Blues right now. Keep riding them. They made them beat the Wild 3 in a row. And I'll also give me the Kings. Vegas played last night, and now it was Vegas to LA, and they barely got a win last night. The Golden Knights did. Kings are sitting there waiting. Give me the Kings on the money line. And that one upset the Knights.
All right, brings us to the parlay section. I don't like anything on the NHL tonight.
No Mitchie Pucks, I'm going to be upset.
I don't see anything on the. There's no meat on the bone there. There's nothing that jumps off the page. There's nothing here.
Canadians plus 1.5, maybe.
Nope. 6 and 10 on the puck line at home.
Yeah, the Dallas Stars broke my heart yesterday.
It's like the only reasonable play is Smudges puck line, but it's like I don't even want to go there. It's a lean to the Smudges puck line. Parlay time. Rod?
For me, I'm going to go 3 dogs, all in baseball. I'm going to round robin them. I'm going to go Rangers, money line. Indians, money line. Marlins, money line.
For me, I'm going to go Lakers +2, Chicago Blackhawks on the money line, and the New York Mets on the money line.
I'm going to go with the Mavericks, Timberwolves, and the Jazz. It's my 3 NBA picks that I gave out. So we'll do the recap. Let me try something different here. Let's see. Do it this way. Go. Do it. All right. Rod, you're up. Recap it.
Okay, we'll start off in the NBA. I like the Knicks under 206. The 76ers lay the points. Nets lay the points. Bulls plus the points. The Wizards plus the points. MLB, I like Boston under 9.5. The Jays plus the 1.5. The San Diego Padres under the 7.5. Texas Rangers money line. Marlins money line. Detroit plus the 1.5. Indians on the money line. And Giants under 8.5. NHL, Jets on the puck line. Columbus money line. St. Louis money line. Kings money line.
And the parlay?
And my parlay, where did I write that? I don't. Indians money line, Texas Rangers money line, Marlins money line.
And what are you selling tonight?
And I'm selling kickstart the week. I've got my top 3 NBA, my top hockey play, and my top MLB play over at Big Dogs Premium.
Brian, you're up.
In the NBA, I took the Lakers +2, Orlando Magic +6, the Memphis Grizzlies minus the 2.5. Then in Major League Baseball, I took the under 9.5 in the Minnesota Twins game, the Orioles money line, Rangers money line, Mets money line, Royals money line, Tigers money line. Then in the NHL, I went with the Montreal Canadiens on the money line, the Chicago Blackhawks on the money line, and the Minnesota Wild on the money line. And then my parlay, it's the Lakers plus the points, the Chicago Blackhawks on the money line, and the New York Mets on the money line. And don't forget to check out my Monday Night Money Shot, my best NBA pick, along with my 2 Major League Baseball dogs for today for $40 at pickdogs.com.
Yep. This is the way we always did the wrap up at the end of the show. We did it this way pre-COVID, and since COVID, we stopped doing it this way, which I don't know why, but I like this kind of wrap up.
I like this way, yeah.
Everyone gets their own space. Anyways, took the Mavs, the Timberwolves, and the Jazz in the NBA. In baseball, I took the Mariners, the Mariners for the game, the Orioles for the first 5 innings. I like the Pirates plus 195. I like the Jays and the Yankees over 9. It's just a high total for a Cole game. I like the over in the Rays game at 7.5. 2 lousy ass bullpens in that one. I like the under in the Braves Marlins game. I think Alcantara's tough to hit, and the Marlins can't really hit. Then I like the Indians against the White Sox, the Nationals, and the over in the Royals-Angels game. My parlay was the Mavs, the Timberwolves, and the Jazz. And like I said, we're going to have a new format for the YouTube Premium show. So be sure to be on the lookout for that. I don't know when it's going to start. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday or whatever. I'll talk to these guys. We'll figure it out together. But those are my picks. Let me bring everyone back for the big farewell. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Yeah, that's the finish. That's the way we used to always do the end of the show before, where everyone kind of gets their own screen time. I think what I'll do is I'll get some graphics for these guys for everyone's package and, some other stuff, to start doing some graphics for this. We're going to start kicking up everything that we do here on YouTube and on the websites. It's time. I've been, I've been digging out from, the mess that was a year and a half ago. It's taken me that long to dig out of all of that stuff. I think now I'm ready to finally move forward. I've been talking to a new person that works with us. She started, I don't know, when did she start? Maybe like 6 months ago. And it's kind of like she's finally on digging as well. So we're gonna take this thing next level. I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I'm trying to figure out if there's enough hours in the day to do the betting money show. But more than likely that show, if I do it, it might just be a video actually that I do, and I'll put it out there because it's like I'm not gonna have time to go over like all the questions of, how many who do you like Nets ? It's like, because that's not what the show is going to be about. So I'm going to try it as a recorded, and then we'll probably see. We'll go from there on it. But anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys with the early premium show in just a little bit. And of course, we're going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Have a great day.